And now, your mama knows.
What's going on, Michael? How's it going? Thanks for being the first person in the building, or at least the first person to comment. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me let me get my camera back online. All right, let's see. I think I like this now. Yeah. And activate. There we go. Like that. All right, guys. We got some breaking news. And we got to get into it. You know what? Let me make this whole thing. Yeah, I like that. Need to go this way. All right, cool. Oh, snap. Got me on here without the cowboy hat. Heck. All right, cool. All right, guys. We got a lot going on. And some crazy stuff going on. And I want to talk about it. So, most of you may or may not know that there was an announcement today that Google decided to shut down their studios. That's pretty crazy. And what I mean by that is they have their own studios that they're doing, and they're shutting them down. Don't mind me, guys. Checking something. All right. So they're shutting down their studio. Oh, for the guys who are just coming in. So typically the first of every month, I do a community first look. So what I do is I play the new games that we got. And I'm a little late, guys. I had to go to work today, and it's snowing where I live at. Took us a while to get home. Took me a while to get home. So I know most of you guys probably played these games already. But what I like to do is a community first look. And what that is I'm going to get you guys to jump and chat with me. And if we all play each game together for about 10 or 15 minutes, then after we finish, we'll talk about, hey, what do we think, right? Give our very first impressions of the game, rate it from 1 to 10. Will we play it again? Blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do that for those 3 games. I think we only got 3 games this time, right? But, guys, the hot topic that we got to get into, and this is weird. I just seen my screen go real slow. It's pretty funny. Oh, you know what's funny? I should oh, okay. I think my all right, there we go. My power source was coming out. So what it was doing was the computer didn't have enough power, so what it tries to do is save that power. Anyway, guys. So the big news is today Stadia announced that they will be closing their studios. Yes. So when we thought, oh, imagine a cloud native game. Imagine a game that's going to be created for the cloud system itself. Imagine how amazing and how awesome that's going to be down the road. Well, that's going to be a no-no. So who knows if Stadia is going to do it, pick it up down the road. But as of right now, it's done. Now, oh, what's going on? My boy Joe McClurkin. I forgot to update my counter. Actually, you know what's funny? As of today, Joe, I'm getting rid of my counter. I don't need the counter anymore. So that's funny that I got rid of it, but I guess it didn't save. But yeah, thanks for saying that because no more counter, baby. I made it to 1,000. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all you guys that helped me. I appreciate it. So let's say what's up to everybody who's jumping in. We got Rural Donut in the house. They said they would still finish the ones that were already in development. Now that's pretty cool. Here's my 2 cents. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. My buddy Joe. Oh, the gaming cyborg. It's the cyborg. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be a catchphrase now, man. I love it. Here's my thing. I got 2 things I want to say about this, guys. Here's my 2 cents. One, you can't miss what you never had. An old girlfriend of mine's told me that, right? We have broke up for months, and we decided to get back together. And that first week, things wasn't working. She was like, listen, you can't miss what you never had. We was already broken up for a while. It's not like we got that feelings of we're all back together. We're done. So be done. I was like, wow, that was cold. But she taught me something. We never had a big Stadia native game anyway, right? So for me, I'm like, I mean, I don't know what I'm missing out on, right? I can't, it's not like they had a God of War 3 and said, you know what? The studio closed, we're not doing God of War 4, and you knew God of War 4 was coming. Then you have that fear of loss. You're like, oh my God, no. But for us, or for me anyway, I'm speaking for myself. Oh well, the studio's closing. You ain't give me a game anyway that I was so into, and now I feel bad that you don't have anymore. So that's one. Two, for me is if you have a certain amount of money, well, let me get to the comments first. So Ray says Stadia is not shutting down. There are 400 games coming to Stadia over the next 12 months. Exclusives aren't everything. Look at Xbox last generation as proof. He got a good point. He said, he told that by 20 women. LOL. Joe said 387 of them will be Bobo games. Maybe. So Joe doesn't like indie games. So when he says Bobo games, that's what he's talking about. Guys who just joined in, we are discussing, and we're going to get to the community first look for the pro games today. It's only 3 of them, so it won't be long. But I am implore you guys to stick around for that so we can play together, so you guys could actually give everybody who's listening your opinions on the games. And also, you guys could go live too. You know, if you want to go live as I go live, and we all play together, and we do like a community February pro games community first look together, that'd be cool. Ray said, according to the Phil Harrison post, he did not rule out second-party games exclusives, only internal development games. Yeah, so listen, here's my second thing I want to say, right? My first thing was you can't miss what you never had, right? So for me, doesn't bother me at all. The people like, oh my God, doesn't bother me. Number 2, I believe that Stadia did so great, and the haters ain't going to like this, but they did so good. Matter of fact, hold on, I got to get comfortable. When I talk about this one, we got to get comfortable. All right, so this is going to be a little hard because I got my my hoodie is stuck on this thing behind me. So now it's going to be like I got a cape. I just have to rock a cape. All right, so here's my thing. Number 2 for me is this. I think Stadia, oh, let me move over. I like to be right in the middle. Number 2, I think, is Stadia did so well with Cyberpunk is that they realized, okay, Cyberpunk on Stadia was one of the best ways to play it. One of 2, right? 1, if you had a high-end PC, or 2, Stadia. Yes, you could get an Xbox or a PlayStation, the new ones, but they were hard to come by. And 2, they wasn't running the next-gen version anyway. So you wasn't getting the next-gen version feeling, so you were still getting lagginess and everything that some of the downfalls, right? And on the not current gen, because we can't call them current gen, the old gen consoles, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, they played terrible. So I think Stadia realized, man, if we can make a game like Cyberpunk, which, let's be fair, guys, in 2020, that was the measuring stick of video games. Cyberpunk 2077 was the most anticipated game, best looking game, largest game. Like, it was groundbreaking. It had everything, right? And even I'm not a fan of it, but the game was amazing, and a lot of people will tell you that. Well, I think Stadia realized we did such a great job at this, if we got money, we could funnel around. Everybody say, well, Google's rich. Google could do whatever. Well, Google is, but Stadia is a small arm of Google, and Stadia doesn't have the player base. So instead of we spending this much money on the future, which may take 3 to 2 years out to make some games, right? Let's take that, and again, this is just my opinion. Let's take that money and throw it to an Activision to get something like Call of Duty, right? Let's throw this money to Epic to get something like Fortnite, right? Let's do that so that way people who are playing games, we know right now people love Call of Duty, people love Fortnite. I'm using those 2 examples. What would you rather, wait 2 or 3 years to get a cloud native game, or you are able to play those top games now? And I'm not saying now as in tomorrow, but maybe within 2021, you'll see, Call of Duty Warzone. Maybe you'll see Fortnite, right? So let me jump into these comments. Pull this closer to me. This is cool now. I got a little table in front of me. My dinner's right here, guys, but I'm doing this with you as my wife made spaghetti, or what are those small, the angel spaghetti, shrimp, and I'm assuming this is tilapia. It's pretty good. But I gotta chat with you guys right now, so let's go into it. So let's see. Roll Donut said at Ray Sherrod, true. They can still pay for other developers to make exclusives for them, like the ones that are already available. That's true. I mean, look at it. You got and features, right? Don't even look at like, okay, this game is only for Stadia, but since Stadia has the power, you could do stuff like Grid. It's the only on Stadia you got the 40-man race. You got Orcs Must Die. Number 1, Orcs Must Die could have more enemies on the screen, and also Orcs Must Die could have Stream Connect. Look at Guilt. Look at there's just a bunch of stuff. Look at Pac-Man. Have a 64-player Pac-Man, 64-player Bomberman. So yes, we could still get exclusive titles, but it doesn't mean that Stadia have to create them. And I think we got to think outside the box. People are on the bandwagon, which is pitchforks, man. Oh, Stadia's over now. But I don't think that means Stadia is over at all. So let's see. So Rodona said, also, Ray, did you see how he said Cyberpunk brought people to Stadia and not Avengers? Hey, Rodona, man. Oh, let me do this real quick. Rodona. I think by now everybody know the cowboy always gets his man. Now, you see what happened when I challenged those pesky guys called Sounds of Stadia, who could get to 1K first? When we started, I was 8 down. I had 907. Little history, guys. I had 907. They had 915. When I got to 1K, they had 774. That means I was 26 ahead of them. I don't lose. When Ray challenged me, and guys, you can watch it back, the Stadia Hype video, I whooped Ray. I don't lose. When Mr. Urban World challenged me in Pac-Man, I whooped him. I beat Brian from the Nerf Report in Pac-Man. Guys, I don't lose. So I'm just telling you, Royal Donut, stop it, man. Don't be on the wrong side of history, okay? You and your little jokes. Don't do it. Because just like Dr. Spaceman, I'm putting a hit out on him. So, Royal Donut, don't be on the wrong side of history, okay? Make sure when things go down with the cowboy. Anyways, so Ray said Sega's judgment is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and Stadia on April 23rd, 2020. Oh, what is that? Saga's judgment, right? Ray's laughing with Royal Donut. And Royal Donut said, yeah, the possibility of various features for cloud gaming is what really brought me over. Me too, you know? To be honest with you, cloud native games were so out there, I didn't even focus my head on it. I'm like, listen, we ain't going to get them for like 2 to 3 years. So when they come, cool. Right now, I'm worrying about what's right now. So if they just say, hey, we're done, which they did, now what Cloud Donut said was awesome to know they're going to still finish ones that they was working on. You know, and the Jade Raymond thing, that sucks, but listen, she's huge in the gaming. She'll just go somewhere else like she left and came to Stadia. I mean, it is what it is. And it's just business. Guys, I was working at a market research company for 19 years. Came to work one day, and this was less than 2 years ago. They said, look, we're letting go a lot of people. They called me to office. You're one of them. Everybody was like, bro, you've been there for so long. Listen, it's called business. If you had to make a cutthroat decision, you might have did the same thing. Google obviously had to make a decision. And it is what it is, you know? So I don't have a problem with it. Now, the day Stadia goes under and they're like, oh, we're shutting the servers, we're shutting the doors, then all the haters, you got that, you know? But this isn't a big win for the haters to me. All right, so Ray said, bruh, can you get back on the main topic? My bad. No one cares. My bad. Bro Dunner's laughing. He said he's just kidding with the cowboy. And the voting polls are rigged. Hey, listen, you can say the polls are rigged or not, but the referee made the final decision. I'm just saying. That I got killed in Red Dead. Whatever. Eli's in the building. What's up, Eli? The sharpest man of the Stadia bash. He said, I actually need to sleep because I have an exam in 6 hours, but I had to drop by and spread some love. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Cyber said, hey, Eli. Cyber said, good luck on your exams. Definitely, Eli, good luck on your exams. He said, howdy, Ray. I am starting a new Hitman 3 speedrun series. First episode is up. The sound is bad. The first 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah, man, it's all good. Your Hitman thing was amazing, so people are going to love it. Raw Donut said, I agree. People are going to follow the money. Oh, snap. Eli gave me my first ever super chat. Hold on, I got to record this. So, guys, I'm making a video thanking everybody that I got to 1K, but I got to document this. Guys, I'm sitting here doing the Power Up Plus, and check this out. I got my first ever super chat by Eli. That cool guy that was in the Stadia Bash doing the Hitman speedruns. Check it out. Wow, look at that, guys. My first super chat. Oh, that's epic. Wow. So this is pretty cool, guys. I'm documenting all of this. So, Eli, you will be a part of my video. And when I got my very first super chat. That is pretty epic, man. Pretty epic. Oh, man. I'm like so stoked right now. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. Ray said, Eli, stay here, and now your mama knows we'll put you to sleep. And he said, Ray, that is actually a great sleeping tip. Oh no, look who it is, Mr. Urban World. Mr. Urban World, you got to look up in the chat. Eli gave me my first ever super chat, and I always thought it was gonna be you. You said when I finally hit 1K, you was gonna make it rain in my chat. Well, Eli did, man. Eli, thank you so much. That's awesome. But guys, I appreciate any little bit you do, any little bit you give to me. You don't have to give me a dime. I appreciate it, though. You know, I love to do this content. I've been doing it for a while, and it is a cool payoff that I did get the 1K, and I appreciate it. But no one has to give me any money. If you do, I appreciate it. I do work hard. I do make a lot of content. But, you know, your views is just good enough as well. But I do appreciate the super chat. It just shows me that I am doing a good job. I am making content that people like. But Mr. Urban, what we're talking about is Stadia dropping the big news today. And you and I talked about it a little bit in the chat. So I'd love to hear feedback on here. That up $2. Some toothpaste from the store. Oh, man. Because it's some toothpaste. Oh, man. I appreciate it, man. Because when I'm with Ray's mom, yo, sometimes I'll be smelling like her, man. It'd be rough, you know. But yeah, we're talking about Stadia dropping their studios. So let's see. Let me back up a little bit. Eli said, Mr. Urban World is a newbie. Nah, Mr. Urban World is the man. He's been around forever, actually. So I got to give him some credit. He's probably watched every single content of live videos I had and some of my pre-recorded videos. I'm too poor. Maybe I'll do it on a Daisy and Duke Cowboy show because I like Daisy better. Whatever, man. Eli said 10 DKK is about 100 or 162 USD. Okay, got it. And everybody's laughing. Ray's laughing. So, Mr. Herbero, let me know what you think, man. And guys, please jump in the conversation. I want to hear what people think. I gave my 2 things, so if you're just coming in, I said, 1, you can't miss what you never had. Personally, Stadia didn't have any cloud native games yet anyway. For me, I knew they was going to be maybe 2 or 3 years out. So I never set my mind on them. So again, you can't miss what you never had. It's not like they made a God of War Part 3 and they was ending Part 4 and you're like, oh, but I was waiting for that. So for me, is what it is. Number 2, I look at it as I think they did such a great job with Cyberpunk. I think maybe they're like, you know what? Instead of we focus and put all this money on our games that could come out down the road and maybe they might be good, maybe they might not. Why don't we throw money to different companies to make sure they develop a version for our platform? Because A, Cyberpunk was amazing, and look what happened with Cyberpunk, right? So that's my opinions. I could be totally wrong. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see. Mr. Ray said, cool. To Mr. Irwin, or Mr. Irwin said, I think you're jealous about the gift card I gave your friend. That is true. He did give my friend a gift card, so that was pretty cool. And I still didn't give her that code. And also, I was really busy at work today. Let's see. Mr. Irwin said, I don't think Stadia is shutting down. They're just trying to save money in the end. No, I agree. But let's be clear. Stadia don't have the player base, right? So why would they spend all this money on a cloud game that can have 1,000 people running around, and they probably won't have that, right? So I think they got to be smart. And if you ask me, if you start now, right, you lay the groundwork to make sure, okay, on Stadia Source podcast, they said, what could Stadia do to make a bigger impact, right? And my opinion was, make sure every game that come out from here on is day and date. That will show people that if I was to get Stadia, I'm going to get that game the same day as anybody else. So for me, that makes sense. So if you're going to take money, right, and invest it in the future of games that's down the road, why don't you take that money and say, you know what, I'm going to throw it out like the Resident Evil. We all know when Capcom got hacked that Resident Evil 7 and 8 is supposed to come to Stadia because the leak showed that Google gave them $10 million to bring both games here. So why not take that money that you could give out somewhere else for the future and start throwing it out now so that 2021, all those big games that's coming out for everybody else, they'll come out for here. And then down the road, they could worry about native games. All right, so let's see. Let's jump in the chat. Mr. Earl said, if they can get some big third-party titles, they'll be all right, like Call of Duty and GTA. Yep. And they already got Red Dead, so they're already in cahoots with, Rockstar. So why not throw Rockstar some money that you would have been spending on these games that's in the future, so you could get the Grand Theft Auto remake that's coming out, Grand Theft Auto 5 remake. You know, how cool would that be if Grand Theft Auto 5 remake come out day and date on Stadia? Mr. Earl said, at Ray, cooler than a cowboy, that's for sure. You guys are funny. Oh, my boy Colin Destiny is in the building. Hide your wife, women, and children. Jump into the conversation, Collins, and then also jump into the play some games with us when we do this community first look. Ray said, I'm going to be honest. When it comes to exclusives, I don't play them that many. Now, I hear you. I mean, my issue with it, again, listen, I was a diehard Sony fan, right? But the reason why I don't have to rush out and get a PlayStation 5 is because PlayStation exclusives are always one-player games. So one-player games that they come out with, the only thing I worry about is the story not being ruined, but I could wait to get, The Last of Us, right? I could wait to get a God of War. But what I'm missing out on is when games have multiplayer, and if I'm too late to the game, like right now, Red Dead. I'm so new to Red Dead, I don't know nothing, and everybody's running around killing me and stuff, and I don't even know that they're coming to attack me because I don't get it, right? So that clearly shows I'm missing out from playing with my friends. But a story-driven one-player game, it ain't going to kill me to get it later on. So that's my thing with exclusive. So I agree with Mr. Urban World. He said, back in the 90s, I did, but today I don't. Ray said, what's up with Colin's Destiny? Dynasty. My bad, I messed that up. And he said hello to Ray. And Spectre's in the building, guys. Guys, I got to give a shout out to Spectre. He's the visionary. He's the guy that was behind the Stadia Bash. He's the guy that woke up one day and said, we need to create something amazing for the community that'll show off Stadia and the players. And that's that. He is the guy. So guys, please do me a favor and subscribe to his channel. We want to push this guy. He did so much for the Stadia community, and he deserves everybody to subscribe to his channel. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go to his channel right now. If you guys give me a little bit, because I want to go to his channel, and I want to put his channel in the link below because he definitely deserves it, guys. He is at 65 subscribers, and I would love to see him get to 100 by the end of this month. You know, that would be amazing. All right, cool. So there we go. My guy Spectre. All right, so Spectre said, just wanted to drop by and say hi since I'm getting ready to get my taxes done today. LOL and hi everyone. Spectre, before you go, man, why don't you tell the people what's your thoughts on Stadia closing their exclusive studios? Because we'd love to hear that. Thank you. No, you know what? You can put it back in the fridge. I'll just get it later. Thank you. All right, let's see. Mr. Overall said, I'll be watching stream about test out my steering wheel on some Need for Speed in a second. That's cool, man. Ray said, my PS5 is dusty like Cowboy's body. Yo, man, Ray, you don't never give up. But yeah, I mean, all the people I know that got the PS5, they're like, I'm playing my PS4 games. Like, it's not many things came out. Like, for me, I would have got Godfall if I had a PS5. But that was about it. That's the only thing I seen that would have made me say, hey, I want a PS5. Mr. Overall is laughing. Ray said, hello, Spectre. Roll Donuts said, Ray, I'll buy your PS5. And Ray said, LOL, my son would kill me. Yeah, actually, it's not his PS5. It's his son's PS5. You got to tell the story correctly. Roll Donut said, what's up, Spectre? Spectre said, hi. And that's the link for Spectre. Spectre said, what up, Roll Donut? Roll Donut said, haha, I know, I'm just kidding. It will collect dust with me too. Yeah, I mean, it really is. And then let's see. Mr. Overall said, look at Anthony's description in his review videos, and you can get a PS5 for $106 from Amazon, shipped better than paying scalpers their price. No, it is true. Thanks, I appreciate that for that shout out. Mr. Overall is right. I do have I got 2 links in my review videos. I got a link that would link you to Amazon, and I got a link to link you to a site that you could do payments on their site. And Eli said, at Ray, let's team up in GTA Online whenever it comes out. Yeah, I want to say Eli actually helped me out on GTA as well. He was guiding me to make me get my new outfits that I was supposed to get when I bought the collector's edition or whatever it's called. So Spectre said, thanks, Cowboy. You got it, man. You deserve it. You deserve it, Spectre. You deserve it so much. And I'm going to personally try to help you get to your goals as a content creator. Colin said, I love PS5 exclusive. It's the only reason I'm eventually getting one. Everything else with exclusives can kick rocks, but it took them many, many years to get to that point. No, you're right. I mean, you're right. It didn't just come out day one and have all these amazing games. But PS5 do. So the thing is, they're killing it with Naughty Dog, right? Naughty Dog, man, they make the games that's like watching a movie, you know? And God of War. So like God of War is still one of my all-time most favorite games, you know, game series. Let's see, get back to the chat. Mr. Urban said the only PS5 game I want to play is God of War. Yeah, I mean, when that comes out, I'll definitely have to get it. But guess what? It's gonna be single player again. I'll just wait, you know. Maybe GameFly at that point it'd be GameFly, and maybe I could rent his PS5 and just rent it and play it and send it back, you know. But I learned that I don't really need to pay money for stuff like these one-player games that I'm gonna play and beat and be done. For me, it's not much replay value. But I gotta play them though. I played and beat every Uncharted, but the last one, I said, you know what? I'm not buying it. I GameFlyed it, beat it, sent it back. And I should have did the same thing with The Last of Us. The Last of Us 2, I beat it and I was done. Ray said, Eli, yes. Kiefer, what's going on? Keith, he's in the building. He said today's announcement was a pure financial move. Nobody was adopting a platform for outcasters. Not for nothing, man. Keith got a good point. When they was like, "Oh, we're gonna have our own game," and they show outcasters, people was like, "What?" Now, yes, is it fun? Yes, it's fun, right? But that's not what we want to see. We wanted to see that game that had 1,000 people running around, right? But you know what? Those games wasn't. They were out there like five, sorry, like 2 to 3 years out, right? So take that money again, like you said, a financial move, and throw it out to the Epics to get Fortnite, to the Activisions to get Call of Duty. That's the here and now, right? Keith, what you missed, what I said is 2 points for me. One, you can't miss what you never had. So I ain't played no spectacular cloud game anyway, right? And I knew they was going to be out there. So for me, it never made me get too excited because it wasn't something that I had, right? So you can't miss what you never had. I'm like, so? Now, if they had like a God of War type game, you had part 3 and they said part 4 isn't gonna be done, then I could be like, oh man, because now I'm missing what I had. But you can't miss what you never had. And 2, I think they did so well with Cyberpunk that they figure instead of us spending money on games that's out here, we could take money and throw it to studios and say, listen, if you make a game for Stadia, port it over, it's gonna play amazing. And then people could say, you know what? That's another way for people to play our games on Stadia, because if we get into an issue with another platform, the games don't run well, people might jump over to Stadia because one, it doesn't cost you anything to be on Stadia. You would just buy the game and play it on Stadia. But let's get in there. So Keith did say, what's up? Spectre said, I think it's not really a bad thing to me. It sounds like they want to invest in second and third party studios. Only time will tell how this pans out. And I agree. Keith said, them funds are better used to drive crossplay implementation and close deals for ports. I agree. Let's see. Oh, did I go up too high? Yeah, this mouse sometimes have his way of jumping. All right, no, here we go. All right, so Mr. Emerald said it worked. It worked. Got an iPad for $80 shipped. LOL. Just test it out. Oh yeah, well thanks. I appreciate you using the service. That was pretty cool. I got to start linking that in all of my links now because you make me realize I need to start doing that, and I need to mention it to people. But what he's talking about is I'm a part of a service where you could purchase um, an item and you could just decide to do payments and not have to pay for the whole thing. Eli say I helped you on Red Dead online. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And Mr. Urban, Spectre just did my taxes the other day as an independent contractor. That's cool. Colin said Horizon Dawn as well. Yep, Horizon Dawn. So listen, Sony got Horizon, Uncharted, Last of Us, and God of War. Those are like the big ones. I mean, people might say Ratchet and Clank, but Spectre said, Mr. Urban World, how did you get an iPad for $80? Oh yeah, he could tell you all about it. Spectre, I had to make 4 payments, but I wanted to test Anthony's affiliate link. It's a site that lets you get an Amazon product for 4 payments shipped, but you can keep items and return if you don't like them. He said it works on anything, so if they have a PlayStation 5 stock, it'll ship and you pay only $106. And Spectre said, Mr. Urban World, cool. What's the link? I might try it out sometime too. Yeah, I'll send you the link as well. Best shout of the night, Cowboys. Spend that money on games from the developers. Yeah, man. Like, take that money, throw it to these developers, and get these games. At the end of the day, we play gaming platforms, whether it's a console, a PC, or the cloud, to play games, right? We can't play these things without games. So if we're going to wait another 2 to 3 years on games that we don't know if they'll be good, look at Amazon. They came out with Crucible, and people hated it to the point they closed down the servers, right? So Stadia could spend all this money on games that's 2 to 3 years out, and then they come out, and then people are like, we don't like it. They spent a lot of money on stuff that people might not like, but they can spend money right now on games that's out that people do like. Mr. Urban says, Spectre, I can't post links here. Uh, is there any way I can contact you on the Discord? I'll hit him up with the link. Since I'm not a mod, and you'll never be a mod because you'll do something stupid in here. He said, I'm on the Cowboys Discord. Keith said, exactly. Cyberpunk and Madden was the catalyst. Yep. Oh, also, Keith, let's back up before Cyberpunk. Baldur's Gate. When Baldur's Gate came out and it was crashing on the PC and people had these super long downloads, and that one YouTuber had over 5,000 people watching him play it on, he was like, forget this, I'm getting it on Stadia. And he had over 5,000 people watching him. I think that was the eye opener, and then Cyberpunk just really opened everybody's eyes. Says Spectre, wait, are you Ghostface? Yeah, he is Ghostface. Same, he's the same guy. He's a Spectre, man. Whether he's a ghost face, but he's Spectre. Eli said, I helped you on Red Dead, not GTA, as you said. Oh, my bad. Sorry, not GTA. Red Dead. Spectre said, Mr. Urban World, that's me. I'm Ghostface. Cool. Now, Kessel Runner just jumped in. He said, this could work out for Stadia because money and resources can be used to help port more bigger games to Stadia to help build player base and capital. Then, let me scroll up a little bit. Player base and capital, then they can revisit first-party games. So true. Mr. Urban said something crazy, obviously, and they cut him out. He said, I'll let Cowboy message you the link since he discovered it. Yeah, I'll send it to him. Eli said, should I buy a PS5 and drop Stadia, or should I stay? Ask yourself, what are you going to play when you get this PS5? You know? And what community are you going to play with? I think, listen, I'm not knocking the PS5. I was a diehard PlayStation guy. So, but it's crazy. I always got a console the day it came out. This is the first time I didn't get a console the day it came out. So I just like the community, and I'm finicky with my games anyway. For me, there's no game that they have for me to spend the $500. But if they did, I will be over there, you know. But I just like what Stadia have. I like the fact that on my lunch break, I'm sitting in my car streaming Stadia, and you guys can watch me streaming Stadia from my lunch break in my car. I like that when I go to my wife's mom's house, she don't have internet, but I just take my phone and a controller, and I'm able to play over there without internet. I'm just playing on the cellular service on my phone. Stuff like that is pretty cool that you can't get everywhere else and as good as Stadia. Let's see. Colin said both. Mr. Irwin said both. I'm a universal gamer. Eli said Colin Dynasty, but I only want to play my games at one place. Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that. So just stick with Stadia right now because you're saving more money. You'll be kicking out $500 to get the new system, and you already got a library of games now, you know. Keith said PS5 is dope. Only game I want on PlayStation is Spider-Man, but I've held out this long. Yeah. Well, guys, that's all I really got to say about this. You guys gave some great feedback. Thank you for everybody who's jumping in. No, we're not leaving. Royal Donut said same, Keith. What I want to do now, guys, is what I do is every month I do what's called a community first look. I play the PlayStation. Wow, all this PlayStation talk. I play the pro titles, the free pro titles, and I play it with you guys. So I'm gonna make a chat. If you guys want to, just jump in the chat with me, and we're gonna be talking. Everybody can hear all our voices. We're gonna play a game together. We're gonna press play it together, play like the first 5 or 10 minutes. Then we'll come back and we'll discuss the game and what do we rate it from a 1 to 10 scale. 1 is not at all, 10 is extremely. Rating we're gonna rate how do we feel our first impressions. Sorry, we're gonna rate our first impressions and talk about would we play this game again. I know I'm late to the party. Some of you guys probably already played these games, but I like to do the first look. I think it's pretty cool, something to do. So if you guys are down, let's get the show on the road. It won't take long because we only got 3 games. So I'm gonna boot it up, and let's do it. Vector said, Mr. Urban World, got your message on Discord, and Keith said the sky ain't falling. Hell no, it ain't. People need to get it together. reels. All right, so I'll open up. You know what? I won't open that up. Let me go Alt Control Delete because my for whatever reason my Chrome shows I got like 8 Chromes open and none of them will open, which is really silly. I just close Chrome. Now I can open Chrome. Don't want to restore. Pull up Stadia. Let me see. Oh, Black Dragon is in the building. Black Dragon is actually a personal friend of mine, but he is a Stadia hater. So, you know, just watch out. He's going to try to troll you guys. Just give you a first warning. All right, so my remote isn't working, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I'll leave it alone. Black Dragon says Stadia is shutting down their studios. Are you aware of this? That's actually what the topic is. You know what's funny? You jumped into the stream, but you didn't read the what it was called. But that's cool. Keith said that's a Galaxy Fold. Yes, sir. I wear it around my neck, and there you go, Galaxy Fold. I'm a tech guy, man. That's why I like Stadia. But yeah, what I do is I have the Galaxy Fold, so when I'm playing games, I just look down and I actually see you guys' comments, and that's how I comment. I can read your comments while I'm playing games. Right now, everything's on my screen. Bruce Campbell's in the building, the cheater. And Miss Irwin said, oh, okay. I put testing, but I'll let Ant send you the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link, man. As soon as I'm done. Guys, so I thank everybody for joining in. Is there anybody in here that wants to comment on the topic? Is what are your thoughts on Stadia closing the doors to their studios, their game-making studios? No, they didn't say Stadia was closing, but yes, they said their game-making studios was closing. But someone, I can't confirm this, but someone said that they're going to continue to work on the games that they already had in development. Mr. Oberon said, if Kong loses to Godzilla, I'll send Anthony $25 next month, and before that, I owe him a donation for affiliate link. Oh, man, I appreciate it. You don't have to. And then Ray said, and now your mama knows wears my legs around her neck. This guy. Yo, listen, you're whack mama jokes. You know what's funny? I'm going to call you out. The other day, you was talking. He was like, oh, man, and now your mama knows and I, we must have been looking up the same jokes because I said a joke and he said the joke. First of all, I don't look up the jokes, bro. I come up with the jokes. You got to go to a book, and you probably read your legs around somebody's neck joke from a book. You're whack. You need to give up this war with the cowboy versus a cyborg because clearly you ain't winning, bro. The cowboy's quick, man. What I do. Anyways. So if anybody else got anything to say, or we could jump right into the games if you guys want to jump in there. And this is cool, man. I thank you all for jumping in. Black Dragon said they overpromised and underdelivered. Here's the cool thing, Black Dragon. I just want you to hear my opinion on it. My thoughts is this. I got 2 thoughts. One is you can't miss what you never had. So for me, for them to say they're not making those games anymore, I wasn't playing them anyway. They never made them. Like, they have yet to come out with this amazing cloud game that could only be done on cloud, right? We all was told that they were either 2 to 3 years out. So for me, doesn't matter. Again, I can't, if I see you driving by in the Benz, I can't be like, man, I can't believe it, man. I'll never get to ride in that Benz. I never drove in the Benz anyway. So that's the way I look at it. So that doesn't bother me, right? And then 2, I believe because Cyberpunk did so well on Stadia that they figure instead of us spending money on these games that's out in the future, right? And they might make a game, look at Amazon Luna. They made Crucible, right? Crucible, everybody didn't like it. It was a failure. They closed the servers and they're reworking on it, or maybe it'll never come out, right? So instead of Stadia worrying about the games that you never played before that they cross their fingers and hope be great, don't spend all that money on the future games. Spend that money on the games that's out now. Throw money to Epic so you could get Fortnite on the platform. Throw money to Activision so you could get Call of Duty on the platform. That's what I think. Because they could say, listen, if you put your game on our platform like with Cyberpunk, you couldn't get the same experience on PlayStation 5, on Xbox Series X, and those are supposed to be more powerful than Stadia. You couldn't get the same experience on the older consoles. It was terrible. You had to either have A, Stadia, which it costs nothing to get. All you had to do was buy the game and bam, you're in. And Cyberpunk's a one-player game, so if you want to really play it that bad, there you go. Jump on Stadia for free, spend the $60, you're playing. Or you had to have a high-end PC, not a regular PC, a high-end PC. So those are my 2 points. One is why I don't care so much, and two is what I think they're going to do with that money. I could be wrong. All right, so Keith said, OMG at Ray. Yeah, Keith, me and Ray we go on and on. You know, it's a shame that I'm always with his mom, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Bruce said, sorry to hear that. Hopefully it isn't a bad sign. Yeah, I mean, hopefully not, you know. But if it is, listen, nothing lasts forever. If Stadia closed down tomorrow, I just go buy myself a PS5. It is what it is, man. I'm not the cry over spilt milk guy. I'm the move on. Earlier, I told how I worked for a market research company for 19 years. Less than 2 years ago, came to work one day, people was walking out. They was letting people go. I was like, oh, snap. They called me in the office, Anthony, it's your last day. You know, we're doing bad in business. Got to let you go. People was like, oh, my God, what are you going to do, Anthony? Oh, we're more worried than you are because I don't worry. Bruce Lee said, be water. You know what that means? That means the flow, man. You go with the flow. Listen, nothing's promised. I could wake up tomorrow, go outside, my car got stolen. What am I going to do, cry about it? I'm just going to call the cops and report it. Stadia, I wake up tomorrow, they say, oh, my God, they shut down everything. Well, I've been playing Stadia for just a little over a year, right? I'll just go back to PlayStation. You know, do I like Stadia? Hell yeah. Do I prefer Stadia than PlayStation? Obviously. But listen, nothing lasts forever. This thing that Stadia could be huge and massive and go on with the future, or it could close up shop. I don't know what to tell you. We just have to see. Mr. Erbo said, I would have donated today, but the card I use is being replaced. But you know I got you. Nah, it's all good, man. You guys don't have to donate. If you do, I appreciate it. What I'm going to do is make something special for people who donate. As you see, I actually recorded Eli donate. Sorry, Eli. Eli donating. So he's actually going to be in my video when he donated. This is really cool. Black Dragon said, check out Denzel Washington new movie, The Little Things. Dope film. Yeah, we were actually going to watch it yesterday. But I got caught up. We had too much stuff to do, so I couldn't go. Nobody's going to see it on Saturday. Ray said, stop lying. Ray, I never lie about me and your mom. Like, that's not what I do. I love that woman. Ray said, go fix your broken down house and feed your horses. Bro, I only got this shack in the back because your mom liked it. She was like, listen, you need to get this place. This the place. She's in there now. I mean, you better tell your mom. Like, Mom, he needs to go fix that broken down shack. Trust me, it looked nice inside. Real nice inside. Let's see. Keith said the worst game. Which game's the worst game? A Black Dragon said Cyberpunk was an overall failure. Yeah, I mean, listen, we got games that come out, and I won't say it was an overall failure. I mean, maybe if you had a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox Series X or an Xbox One, or I could go on and on, but on it ran really smooth on Stadia. Kel F, what's up, Kel? He said, what scares me is they are starting to sunset Stadia. Explain that. What do you mean? And Keith said, Crucible, so bad. Yeah, I wanted to try it, but I didn't have a gaming PC at the time, and so I couldn't play it, but apparently I didn't need to. Bruce said, I'm really enjoying Cyberpunk myself, but I'm playing PC. There you go. Keith said, Stadia is a delivery service, not a content creation. Well, apparently that's the way it's going to go. So, listen, you could either A, make games yourself, and also have stuff on the platform, because every system does that. Even Nintendo, that 80% of their games are Nintendo games, but they're 20% where people make games and put on Nintendo. Spectre said the developers for the Crucible were shut down too, and nobody said anything. Stadia is just under a microscope where bad press is automatically reported, but when they do good, is radio silent. That is true, man. You have something amazing happen on Stadia. Like, even when Cyberpunk ran well on Stadia, there was people like The Verge. Surprisingly, Cyberpunk runs well on Stadia. It's like, wow, really? Like, I even people in my old Destiny chat. What do you mean? Stadia was terrible. They're just finally getting good. Really? I've been making videos showing you guys that Stadia runs fine since day one. But now people are playing Stadia, and now they're like, oh, well, Stadia changed their infrastructure. They did so much. Now it runs well. Can't win, man. World Donor says, Spectre, that's the hard truth. Black Dragon said, PS5 is pretty dope, I must say. And what games you playing on PS5, Black Dragon? That's what I want to know. Mr. Urban World said, Dreamcast guy and Young Ye never reported on Stadia Cyberpunk success, but today one of them uploaded a video on the news. I bet they did. That's the thing. I don't mind if you don't like Stadia, right? But if you're a journalist, then post even the good news. Be like, you know what? I think Stadia is going to fail. I don't like it. But you know what? I give them credit for this one thing. You know? But anyway, Castle Runner said, I said if Stadia had a AAA title ready at launch or this year, then by all means, but they didn't. And it was taking too much time, which is a luxury Stadia doesn't have. Smarter to invest in third party. I agree. I totally agree. If you can't make a hit game for a couple years, listen, man, PlayStation 5 is out. Xbox is out. It's only time for them to start coming out with their killer games. And they're going to look amazing, you know? So Stadia got to do something. So if you're going to compete, you need to grab what's out now. And don't tell people, well, 2 or 3 years from now, don't worry, man, you're going to have that game that's amazing. You might not make 2 or 3 years. Stadia might be closed, you know? Mr. Urban said, better your car get stolen than your porch, like that chick I showed you. Yo, that is crazy. Yo, how people want to steal your porch? Keith said, all right. He said, all right. He's about to get out of here. Keith said, Ray's mom just got here, so he got to go. Yo, man, tell Ray's mom I ain't playing. She better not be too long with you. Guys, that's how I got to 1K subscribers. I told everybody they could have a piece of Ray's mom if they subscribe to my channel. So that's really the secret. Let's see. Once I get to the bottom, guys, then we're going to jump into the games. But it's been pretty cool chatting with you guys. Also, guys, if you didn't know, I do a regular show every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. right here on this channel where I talk like this, but we also play games. And then I do that same show the very next day at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Stadia Source channel. So 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays here, and then 7 p.m. Eastern on Stadia Source. So you get 2 servings of the Power Up Plus, where we're going to discuss topics, talk about games, and we're going to play games also. Bruce is laughing. Black Dragon say, I watch all the new movies on HBO Max. Yeah, I still go to the movies, but I got HBO Max also. Thank my wife's brother. He gave us his passcode and let us actually have an account. Ray is laughing, or he said, hello, Keith. Colin said consoles are also delivery service. Yeah, they are too. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Keith is laughing. Said, for real though, gotta run, fellas. Have a good stream all. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in, and tell Ray's mom I said hi. Royal Donut said, Kessel, I'm almost certain in the blog post they said they would continue on the exclusives that are already in development. Yeah, somebody did say that, so we got to confirm if that's true or not. But Arsenic Steel 00 said, Astrobot, Demon Souls, Miles Morales, Bug Snacks in about 4 hours, Destruction All Stars. Let me see. Demon Souls looks cool. I've never been a Demon Souls fan, but I will say that does look cool. The Destruction Derby All-Stars thing looks cool to me. Bug Snacks, Spider-Man, I still never played the first one, but the Spider-Man game looks cool. I'm just not a Spider-Man fan, so I never was gung-ho on playing it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there aren't games to play over there, but look at the lineup you list. They're not stellar games. I mean, Demon Souls maybe, but that's a niche type game. Everybody doesn't love Demon Souls. You know, there are people that's like, oh, it's too hard the way it plays. So, and you Destruction All-Stars, driving around, you didn't name nothing. Miles Morales maybe, but even Miles Morales, they came out and said that's really was just a add-on. That was going to be DLC for the Spider-Man. So that's not even like, you know, people said they beat that pretty fast. So, I mean, what I'm saying is come out tell me that the PlayStation 5 got a game that I can't nitpick, right? Say they got a Last of Us. That was game of the year. Part 1 and Part 2 was both game of the year. Say they got a God of War that you damn near can't say nothing about, right? Say they got a Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a massive open world game. But you telling me, and I'm not knocking, but I'm just saying, if we could criticize Stadia and Xbox and everybody else, that lineup you gave isn't, that's not doing it for me. Not it. Black Dragon said, I'm loving Spider-Man Remaster and Miles Morales. Ghost of Tsushima is dope on PS5. Now that all the bugs are ironed out, I gave my PS4 Pro to my son. Games look incredible on PS5. Exactly. He's talking about Ghost of Tsushima, which is a game that came out a while ago, and all he mentioned is a Spider-Man. Like, that's my point exactly. When systems first come out, they don't have a lot of games. And let's be clear, Stadia have been out for what? Just a year. Like, what do you want? You know? Kessel said Royal Donut Gaming, yes, they still have the games that were intended for this year coming. Because it would be dumb to scrap it, but I'm talking about a big AAA RPG type game is what they needed. Yeah, I agree. They needed something that only the cloud could do. But what they could do is still get games that other companies make for them and add cloud technology on it, like Breakpoint or the Division 2 with Stream Connect, right? So that's something that they could do that the other systems can't do. But I hear PS5 is going to be able to do something similar to Stream Connect, where you can have like a window on the screen and see what your people are doing. Mr. Oro said, can't wait to watch Godzilla versus King Kong in virtual reality. I feel you. Mr. Oro said, dang, you all got to leave Ray's mom alone. Nope, I can't leave that woman alone. Too good. He said, this ain't American Pie with Stifler's mom. It kind of is. Black Dragon said, according to sources, Stadia is stopping development on current IPs. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Their games that's coming out for the future. They're shutting down the studios. But what people are saying is stuff that was actually in development that they're going to still keep making. It says Spider-Man 2 is going to be amazing. I'm pretty sure it is. Not sure I will play it. I still need to play part 1, but I believe you. Road Donut said Kessel Runner, yeah, a good RPG exclusive would be nice. There's still a possibility they would just pay other developers who are known for creating a great RPG, great AAA titles. So there's hope. Yeah, I agree. So we got to the end, guys. Black Dragon said right now PS5 have way more to offer than Series X. I don't know about that, bro. If you ask me, if I had the money right now to buy either the Series X or the PlayStation 5, I'm going with the Series X because they got Game Pass. It's so much value for Game Pass. They got a cloud service. They got a Netflix type model. You could just buy games too. I mean, you ask me, Xbox got everything going for it right now. And I'm not an Xbox guy, but I'm going to give credit where credit is due, guy. All right, guys, so we're going to switch over. We're going to get into some games. If anybody want to play, let me know. You guys might have played these games already, but that's all good. And I can't get this stupid thing to work, which kind of sucks. I'm going to restart my phone, see if I can get it to work. I'll read a couple more comments. But what I'm doing is restart my phone. I got a app. I got the OBS or Streamlabs remote app. So what it does is I could just press a button on my phone and it switches scenes. So instead of me reaching over and then you guys see what's going on my screen. So yeah. All right, so let me scroll up. Let's see, scrolling up as my phone restart. I feel like I messed something. I was saying something about $80. Okay, yeah. All right. Cool. All right, my phone is restarting. And you know what's funny, Ray? I thought I said Mr. Urban World, but you gave me $2 for the toothpaste. My bad. I apologize. I was mixing you up. My bad. All right. So let's see. I restarted my phone. And I want to make sure this thing connects. If it doesn't, it is what it is. But yeah, it's not reconnecting. I will actually have to go link it up, and I'm not doing all that. Technology is amazing, but I'm not doing all that. All right, so let me pull this up on here so I can read your comments. Let me scroll up. You guys giving a lot of feedback. I appreciate it. Mr. Urban World said, for me, I'd pick a Series X over the PS5 only because I can play GameCube, Wii, PS2, PS1, and other retro games on top of it, on top of Game Pass. Yeah, Mr. Urban World said you could actually use it as an emulator, so he got a good point. He said, and Microsoft is teaming up with Steam. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Said, rest in peace, Dustin Diamond. Yeah, man, Screech passed away today. Ray says, Screech. Mr. Irwin said, wow, didn't know he passed away. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And he was young. 44 years old. Wow, he was my age. He said, cancer. Rest in peace. Would give you more money, but your mama ran my... I can't with this guy. Can't win. All right, guys. Let me switch over. I might just have to make this one thing. And you know what, too? I don't have my my Ethernet cable plugged in, so that might be an issue. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I am actually gonna edit this. I'm gonna leave this. We've been going for an hour, right? I'm gonna just let this be only the talk about Stadia. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to I'll let the first look have its own shine. So I'm gonna shut this down, and then I'll start up the community first look. Maybe be like a half an hour. We just do a quick little thing for the community first look. But so let's shut this down, and then let's open it back up for the first look. Give me like, I don't know, 2 minutes, guys, and I'll be back. All right. So thank everybody for joining in. Let me see. And Black Dragon said he had lung cancer. All right. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Let's shut this down. Let's come back and do the first look, and then we'll do a quick first look. Please come back. It'd be cool if you guys play with me when I come back. All right. And now